Hello, ladies, and welcome to a special edition of Tracy's Total Wellness Masterclass. And this is with one of my fabulous friends, as well as someone I consider to be a master when it comes to the realm of the physical body. For all of you that are out there, you know that I'm in the midst of sharing that 21-day stress reset program. And I love to share deeper information to help people to reset on deeper levels where they feel they need to go. So today we're talking to Jess, who is an international movement professional and a coach supporting hundreds of individuals love their body through strength and movement. She has repeatedly witnessed the body's incredible ability to adapt and heal regardless of circumstance. Her passion for serving women who want to strengthen, connect, and improve the relationship to their body. When a woman can fall in love with their body, she gains an inner strength and self-respect that is irreplaceable and invaluable to how she presents herself in the world. So with further ado, here's my amazing friend and body master, Jess Mather. Thanks for joining me today, Jess.
Of course.
So I wanted to ask you a question, since you are what I love to call that body master with my program, is why is it so important to take care of our bodies? And why is self-care in the realm of physical movement and our bodies extremely important for our well-being?
Well, I think that last statement in the bio kind of said it as well, is it's just when we take care of our body and we show our body we love it and appreciate it through movement and through nutrition, we're really able to show up more fully. Another piece of that is I work with so many women who are physically limited in some capacity. So that might mean they have injury, it might mean they have chronic pain, it might mean they have really bad body insecurities, and they feel physically limited in their body, right? But that's the way that we show up to the world. And when that happens, we're denying a part of ourselves. We're denying full self-expression. So I think of movement as a form of self-expression, right? And when we're limited in that, if we don't take care of our body, things start to deteriorate. Things start to break down. So if we can catch it before it gets to that point, we'll be able to move more easily. We'll be able to express ourselves more authentically in our bodies. We'll be able to show up in our relationships better with more confidence, the way that we move and interact in this physical world. It's unfortunate that we wait until the things start to break down instead of using it more as a preventative measure. Right? So making sure that we're strong and we're resilient and we're capable, so that we don't end up having to get joint replacements down the road, that we don't end up with debilitating arthritis, or that we don't end up putting on a lot of extra weight because of neglect to our body.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement to everything you just said. And something just came to me as you were talking. This is, the stress reset program, and we got to know each other because we're just awesome human beings, but we also have a fascination with the human body. And my background in yoga and massage, and then your background in personal training, and then some of that the work with the physical therapy is. Have you noticed that stress manifests in people's body in similar ways? And have you seen, right? Have you seen like specific similarities in some clients since you've been working with them for all these years when it comes to stress?
Hands down, absolutely. I literally just had this conversation with a client this morning. She was carrying we got to the bottom of it. She was carrying so much emotional stress from her past, from past trauma as a child. And it was absolutely manifesting in her body. Her nervous system was always on guard. So she had really bad pain, even with very therapeutic movement. And there's many ways that stress can manifest. I was literally just writing about that today. So it's funny you mentioned that, is, that stress that we carry emotionally can manifest as, weight gain, for example. It can manifest as pain. It can manifest as tightness or restriction. The body always wants to protect. It wants to find safety. So if the nervous system is constantly getting feedback of, I'm not safe, there's trauma, there's, injury going on, it's going to get restrictive, and you're going to feel that in your tissues. And I do think that we can hold memories and we hold things in our tissues. And that's why things like massage can be really therapeutic, and movement. You're starting to move that energy through your body and out of your body.
Yes. Yeah. So that just came to me, and it's all, I love synchronicities, but I just see so much stress people are holding on to, and we don't understand the power of our muscular system and what our muscular system does for us on a daily basis. It holds so much for us because the rest of our systems, our nervous system, and all our lymph system, immune system, they have really important jobs. But our muscular system is the one that ends up like holding on to everybody's crap.
Yeah.
And then it's the last system in our sleep cycle to get repaired, and people are getting barely enough sleep. So our poor muscular system never gets its own time.
Trashed.
Yeah. And so I think it's vitally important to take care of our bodies. And I love the other thing you said is our bodies can hold on to traumas and things. And you've probably seen this with clients, is their emotions and their feelings start to feel better when they start to open their shoulders up, or they start to let those shoulders relax from the ears, or release that jaw. They actually start to feel better. And that's that power of physiology, and people's physical habit patterns could be making them feel a certain way.
Absolutely. Well, it's kind of embodiment, right? So I talked to an embodiment coach, and just, there's so much research on the way that we just present ourselves, right? Of like, how do you stand? How do you walk? And right, if there's restriction from stress, it's going to show up. There's a quote, it's something like movement. And I always say this, but movement exposes us to ourselves. So you can tell when somebody is carrying things just by the way they operate in their physical body. If they're walking light, right, they're usually a little bit more happy and relaxed. If they're like this, right, like it's obvious that person is tense, they're stressed, they're carrying something that they don't need to.
Yes. Well, we're totally on board in agreement. And there's a reason why I brought you into this program as an amazing bonus for everyone that joins. I have a great background in the body, obviously, with massage and yoga, but you bring something special that I really wanted to offer to my tribe. So would you be open to sharing the special bonus that you're going to be giving everyone that joins my program?
Sure. So my specialty and my focus is always strength, because I believe in starting from the foundation. And I know you do that in your practice, right? You start from the ground up. You start from the roots. And strength is always our foundation. Strength allows us to get out of bed in the morning. It allows us to walk. So I always start with strength. When I first got into strength training, which I think all women, all human beings need to work on their strength, I ended up doing chronic damage to my back. And that's usually a likely story. I'm starting to see more social acceptance around weightlifting, and women are saying, I want to learn how to lift weights. I want to learn how to get strong. I want to learn how to take care of my body in that capacity, because strength is also protective. When I talked about degenerative changes, arthritis, and
osteoporosis too, right?
And osteoporosis, absolutely.
Which is huge for women.
Huge. And it's crazy. I've had clients where they're bordering into osteoporosis. They go to the doctor and they just get a medication. I'm like, Did your doctor talk to you about weight-bearing exercise? Oh, no. Weight-bearing exercise is super important for osteoporosis, or reducing the risk of osteoporosis. So strength training, really, really important. But when I first started heavy lifting, I started doing damage because I was just following like YouTube videos. I didn't really know what I was doing, and I was actually certified. I had just gotten certified as a trainer, I believe, and I had background. I started taking courses in kinesiology, anatomy, because I was going into the PTA program, the therapy program. And I still got injured, and I realized this information, how to get the foundations of going into a weightlifting program isn't really readily available. It's just kind of like, here, do this movement. But you have to start from the foundation, especially because we're generally, sedentary culture, right? So if you're just going to jump into the weight room, you're going to jump into the gym, there's a high likelihood that there's going to be injury that can occur. So in the gift, it is, I believe, 7 videos that go through a couple different movements that are really, really crucial to master before getting under a barbell or picking up a dumbbell or a kettlebell. These are movements that I coach virtually all of my clients, no matter what their age is or what their goals are. These are the fundamentals. And then there's a couple exercises at the end to address them. So they're a little bit more of an assessment in nature. Like, are you safe to even put weight over your head, right? Like people just grab a dumbbell. I'm just going to press things over my head.
I just had somebody in my massage chair that did that and hurt their rotator cuff.
That's what I'm saying. So the exercises in here are a little bit kind of assessment in nature too. So it assesses like, are you safe to put your arm over your head? Do you have the necessary range of motion to do so? Are you able to breathe properly? Are you able to stabilize? Are you able to move through your hips? So these are things that I wish I had when I first started lifting. So yeah, it'll help you walk through it. It helps you explain why these movements are important and then how to execute. And then you're always welcome to send videos of yourself doing them as well for feedback.
Awesome. This is such a great gift. And I'm super happy that you're able to share this with the women. I think it's really important. If anybody's ever come to my yoga class, they know I start with activation and alignment. It's key. Mm-hmm. We don't want to hurt ourselves. We can hurt ourselves in so many different ways. And when we hurt ourselves, it makes it more difficult to create that lasting strength. So these people now can use this amazing gift and create that foundational strength. And just in that strength training and working with weights, that's going to help them in other activities, whether they want to go to a yoga class or they want to go to a bar class or even go out and run. It's super important that we have the strength to support our bodies, and then it can move. And we almost have a freedom to move without having to worry about so much when we create that muscle memory of proper aligned strength. We finally can move and have what I like to call that pleasurable movement without concern that we're going to worry or concern we're going to injure ourselves. So I'm so happy and I'm so grateful to have you as an amazing bonus for this program, Jess. You truly are gifted in what you do. And for all of you that are out there that have already joined the program, Jess's gift is going to be periodically giving to you throughout the program so that when we're working a little bit deeper in the body, you have the opportunity to experience Jess and take your body reset to the next level. For those that haven't joined us yet for the 21-day stress reset program, we start the 15th of January, so you still have time to sign on up. And I would love to just thank Jess for taking the time today to be with us. And I'm so grateful to have you in my life. And I'm so grateful for you to be a part of my team in the stress reset.
Thank you, Tracy. And I'll just say something about Tracy here. I'll give her a little shout out. Tracy, I think we met almost a year ago at this point.
Yeah, I think it's even been more than a year, but it's
probably. A mutual friend introduced us. And I remember we immediately hit it off. Like we saw really eye to eye when you were just talking about the movement freedom. That's something I talk about a lot, is you kind of have movement autonomy. Where just moving in your physical body feels so much more free and liberated. And I remember you gave me, like I did some coaching with you before, and within like an hour of working with you, I remember having a breakthrough and I immediately like journaled the crap out of it. Like, I don't know if you remember that, but it was really like, it was about releasing some past beliefs, some things that I was holding on to moving to the next level, and really, making sure I was really wholesome and not holding on to baggage that I didn't need anymore. And I was really impressed with your coaching skills. It was some of the best coaching I've experienced, and I've had a lot of coaches, but just your coaching style is really strong. You have a really good presence with it, and it's extremely effective, I thought. So it's just a little shout out there. That's unsolicited.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I just love that we can collaborate together, and like-minded people can join together to help this world just become a happier and healthier place. So I'm grateful that you're in my life, and thank you from the bottom of my heart for all those kind words. And I truly look forward to see where we go together. And I look forward to see where the women in this program move forward with the support of myself and going deeper with the body reset with you, Jess. Thank you so much. And for those that have not joined yet, please feel free to join us. You're going to love me. You're going to love Jess. We're rock stars. We're awesome. We love life. So until next time, this is Tracy, and be well.